Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving deep into the mechanical marriage of hybrid vehicles to see if they're actually worth your hard-earned money. If you've been wondering how these incredibly popular cars really work, how they save you fuel, and which models are currently leading the pack, well, you're in the exact right place. We're going to get hybrid cars explained in under 10 minutes. Here is our roadmap for today. We'll start with busting myths and saving fuel, move into hybrid powertrains explained, compare city versus highway driving, check out the 2026 mileage leaderboard, and finally, ask, are hybrids worth buying? Let's jump right in. Section 1. Busting myths and saving fuel. Let's tackle the absolute biggest myth right out of the gate. Do you have to constantly hunt for a wall outlet or a charging station? Honestly, a lot of people think if you don't plug a hybrid in, you're just not getting the benefits. But for the vast majority of hybrids on the road today, the answer is a resounding no. So, how do they do it? Most hybrids actually charge themselves using something called regenerative braking. Think about a traditional gas-only car for a second. Every single time you hit the brakes, all that forward momentum is entirely wasted as heat. But hybrids, they're much smarter. They turn that wasted momentum into stored electrical energy. It's kind of like magic. The second you lift your foot off the pedals, the electric motor actually reverses its role and instantly becomes a generator. It captures the car's forward momentum and uses it to recharge your battery. This means you are literally fueling your car's electrical system just by slowing down in traffic. And you do all of that without ever needing a single plug. Section 2. Hybrid Powertrains explains. Okay, so we categorize hybrids by how much they actually rely on electricity. At the top, we have the mild hybrid. This is the lightest form of electrification. It just uses a small 10 to 20 kilowatt motor to take some of the load off the engine. Then we step up to the full hybrid, which actually allows the car to drive on pure electricity at low speeds. And finally, we have the plug-in hybrid, or PHEV. This is the one type you do plug into a wall. It features a massive battery designed to handle your daily commute entirely on electric power before the gas engine ever kicks in. But it isn't just about battery size, right? It's really about how the parts talk to each other. Parallel systems use teamwork. Both the gas engine and the electric motor are physically connected to the wheels, blending their power. On the flip side, series systems, like Nissan's e-Power, feel exactly like pure EVs because the electric motor does all the driving. The gas engine, it just sits quietly in the background, strictly to generate electricity. Engineers didn't stop there, though. We also have what I like to call trickster systems, mathematically known as series parallel setups. The famous Toyota Prius uses this cleverly to switch between series and parallel modes depending on what is most efficient at that exact second. And then there are through-the-road, or TTR setups. These easily give you all-wheel drive by having the gas engine power the front wheels and the electric motor power the back wheels. That completely eliminates the need for a heavy physical shaft running down the middle of the car. Pushing the envelope a bit further, let's look at the cutting edge. Extended range electric vehicles, or EREVs, and super hybrids completely flip the script. These are built as electric cars first and foremost. The gas engine is basically treated as a backup generator. It just sits there quietly and only turns on to extend your range, making sure you never get stranded with a dead battery. Section 3. City versus highway driving. Now there is a massive difference in how hybrids behave depending on where you drive. Stop and go city traffic is where hybrids absolutely shine. Because you're constantly braking, you feed that regenerative system, allowing the near-silent electric motor to just take over. But at sustained high speeds on the highway, there's very little braking. The gasoline engine takes the lead and your efficiency drops significantly. And that heavy reliance on the gas engine at high speeds brings us to a well-known quirk. On the highway, you might experience what car enthusiasts call the rubber band effect. When you floor the accelerator to pass someone, some hybrid systems, especially ones with continuous variable transmissions, cause the engine to instantly jump to a high fixed RPM. It causes this loud, annoying, droning howl in the cabin until you finally reach your cruising speed. It's a pretty stark contrast to how silent they are in the city. Another real-world trade-off you've got to consider is cargo space. I mean, those batteries have to go somewhere. Many highly efficient hybrids, like the Honda City EHEV and several Toyota models, actually lose trunk space because that big battery pack is stored right in the back. Fortunately, clever engineering is solving this. Models like the Maruti Suzuki Victoria smartly hide the battery under the floorboards, keeping a full, uncompromised 400-liter boot capacity. It's definitely something you want to check when you're out test driving. Section 4. The 2026 Mileage Leaderboard. 61.90. That is kilometers per liter, by the way. The staggering upper limit of hybrid efficiency belongs to the BMW XM. Now, to be fair, this is an ultra-luxury SUV with a massive price tag, but as an engineering benchmark, it proves just how incredibly far hybrid efficiency can be pushed today. But bringing it back down to earth, for more accessible mainstream performers in India, the true champions are pretty clear. The premium crossover Maruti Suzuki Victorious leads the pack at an impressive 28.65 kilometers per liter. It's followed very closely by the twin SUVs, the Toyota Hyryder and Maruti Grand Vitara, and the elegant Honda City sedan. Looking at the US market context to round out our global view, the numbers are just as impressive in miles per gallon. The Toyota RAV4 hits an amazing sweet spot at around 40 mpg combined. It's pacing just ahead of its fierce rivals, the Hyundai Tucson at 38 to 39 mpg, the Honda CR-V at 37, and even the larger three-row Hyundai Santa Fe managing a highly respectable 34 to 36 mpg. Across the board, the fuel savings are just undeniable. Section 5. Are hybrids worth buying in 2026? To decide if a hybrid is worth it for you right now, you don't need a calculator. You really just need to reflect on your daily drive. Are you a city crawler sitting in stop-and-go traffic where you can reap massive electric rewards? Or are you a highway cruiser relying mostly on gas anyway? The technology is absolutely brilliant, but its value depends entirely on where your tires spend the most time, which really begs a much larger question for your next purchase. In the ultimate showdown of hybrid versus petrol versus diesel versus electric, which is truly best for you?